all hunters, they want to know what to do in the meantime when there's no deer season, no turkey season. Some of us aren't fishermen, some of us are. We like to hog hunt. I'm going to take you through start to finish on how we harvest these hogs. So wouldn't you have it, we actually went and baited this spot down in the southern part of North Carolina. You gotta have bait to keep these hogs in. They pretty much move from place to place based off where the food's at. The day that I actually went, bottom fell out. So as you can see, it's pretty wet. We actually got the truck stuck. A lot of different unfortunate things happened that day. But we got through it, got the bait out, and we should be good. Well, folks, it's raining cats and dogs, and we have just had an unfortunate event. Four-wheel drive has decided not to work, but we got to get the corn out for these hogs. So we're going to attempt to go ahead and get the corn out, see what we need to do from there about getting this truck unstuck. Hopefully we can unhook this trailer and maybe be able to get out. Stick with us, it's going to be interesting. It always is. Sometime soon. Got some pretty good hog activity around here. Some good wallers. Let's get it set up.
Celebrate 50 years with Barefoot Archery, the leading archery dealer in North Carolina. Carrying the best archery equipment and accessories available. Offering on-site service and repair by highly trained technicians.
Every time we go on a trip, whether it's a bow fishing trip, hog hunting, deer hunting, we come here for all of our archery needs. And Jesse has all the equipment we need to be successful on our TV show.
Find Barefoot Archery on Facebook or at barefootarchery.com.
Come on by and see us today.
Alright guys, this is our setup. We got about a 50-yard shot. feeder down there. We got a couple of self feeders over here. We've got those pretty well baited up. Hogs been coming in. We got the cell camera, spy point. You may be able to see that. Looks like the rain's going to clear out here soon, and hopefully we can get on something for both of us here. Try to get a double. These hogs don't know we've got a special ingredient here. Black Widow deer lures, guaranteed to make these hogs come in here, get a little interest. So keep watching. We're gonna get something coming in here soon. I can feel it. Well, you know, we got the bait out. Everything's working out quite nice. We run spot point cameras right now. It's a cellular camera. Where we hunt is about an hour 45, 2 hours away. So I don't really have the time, neither does Lee and the other teammates, to really go 2 hours out of the way to go check trail cameras. It's an invaluable tool. I highly recommend them. Kind of one of those things you do really need to get the solar panels. They seem to really help out. The battery's going to die regardless of whether it's a cellular camera or a non-cellular camera. Whatever brand you use, they're invaluable tools. Right now, everything's looking good. I've got hogs on the camera, waking me up in the morning and before I go to bed in the evening. They're all showing up on my cell phone. I call Lee and I say, hey man, it's go time. So we're going to go try to take advantage of these hogs and get rid of a few.
All right, guys, we down here Richmond, 704 lease. Billy and I getting ready to put the whooping on some old hogs. See what we can do. You stay with us, guys. We're gonna get after them pretty hard tonight.
We finally get to the spot, and weather was good. The way down there, all the way up to the point where I forget my bullets. So Lee goes ahead and goes to the stand, and I scurry back to the truck, hop in the Ranger, and of course the bottom drops out again. Same story as when we actually baited up, but we were able to get on in there as the night progressed. Weather was good, but you know, no matter. It's a box stand, so we stayed cozy and dry. Alright guys, we kind of had a boo-boo. Lee went ahead and walked in, got in the stand. We had to go back to the truck. Forgot my ammunition, so good thing we figured it out now than later. But we're gonna start this walk in. As you'd know it, it's now raining, so hopefully it'll clear out by the time the night comes. We're in a box stand, so I'm not too worried about it. Hogs seem to really like coming out here and cooling out in this rain. So we're gonna walk to the stand and slip on in.
When you like to play in the dark like we do, you need equipment that works. 3D night vision units are lightweight, durable, and versatile. They mount on any daytime rifle scope, field tested, punished, and proven on a wide range of large bore caliber rifles. Coyotes, critters, and wild hogs don't stand a chance. 3D night visions are the most affordable night vision units on the market at only $299. Order yours today at 3dnightvision.com.
There's all this talk around town about how great Hal's Pawn and Gun Shop is in Concord, North Carolina. People keep talking about all the different gun manufacturers they carry, like Glock, Springfield, Smith & Wesson, Remington Arms, and so many more. And I hear they have ammo, holsters, stocks, and grips, and specialize in gun repairs, modifications, and custom builds. Plus, they have any style of gun, whether it's for sport shooting, hunting guns, or tactical weapons. Hal's Pawn and Gun Shop, 595 Church Street North in Concord, North Carolina.
Well, we're always getting questions about what kind of bait we mix for hogs, whether it be for the traps or the bait sites. Obviously, you got your basic ingredients, which is our shelled corn that we pick up, and that's kind of the base of everything that we use. And then you've got your persimmon corn, which we will mix up some buckets with that, but most of the time we'll mix these buckets with your shelled corn, and then I'll take my persimmon corn and I'll get me a clean bucket that doesn't have a bunch of liquid and stuff in it, and then I'll just actually cast it out around the bait site. So I usually keep the shelled corn for the mixed buckets, persimmon corn to cast out in the area, get that scent going. Bread and pastries, as you guys can see, this stuff comes from our local bakery. My personal favorite, sour milk. So you see right there, it's old molasses right there. We got peanut butter right here, and then over here, something unique that I've never come across, but a friend of ours brought it by, is actually dehydrated apples. So that's been neat. What we basically do is we start with our shelled corn, and we're not going to top these buckets off completely with corn, so you just put enough to get it started. So we're just going to put these 2 bags, we're going to basically just put enough corn in the bottom of all of these buckets. Grab your bread and fill the rest of your buckets up. Now, the reason we like to use bread, for one, it's cheap, it's easy to access. You can generally find it somewhere close at a local bakery. And the good thing about this stuff is bread will hold the scent of all these attractants, and when we throw it out and put it out everywhere, not only that, but the yeast that's in the bread puts off a real strong scent, and it gets their attention. We're going to fill these buckets up about somewhere between 2/3 of the way to 3/4 of the way. I'll tell you why. We put water in this afterwards, and we're going to get to that point, but you don't want to overfill these buckets because that corn is going to swell. And if you fill it all the way to the top with your mixture, it's going to swell and it's going to start popping these tops off. Alright, so as you guys can see, all the buckets are about 2/3, 3/4 of the way full. And so this one we're going to do is going to be our sour milk mix. And I'll watch some of the other videos. So we'll do the molasses mix, the peanut butter mix, and the dried apples mix. But we'll do a couple more videos to cover all those. So right now we're going to do the sour milk. Use mix it up because, you know, pasteurized milk, so it separates. And as you can see, this has built, you know, some pressure. As you can see, it's kind of being out here in the sun. So the trick is to put it out in the sun and let it actually get sour. You see, it's and it's, I mean, it's pretty rough already. So pour it all over. And I hate to say it, but the chunkier the better. So the older the milk, the better it'll be. See this one right here, this one's a little older. It's fine. Yeah. So if you can't handle sour milk, this might not be the mix for you. My stomach has hardened over the years mixing stuff like this for hogs. But so if you get it in there real good, and There you go. There's a sour milk mix. All it is sour milk, bread, corn, pastries. And it works great. There's some more. Alright, so here is the tip. Here's the way to make it work really well. So now I've got sour milk, bread, and corn in that bucket. Now I'm going to top it off with water to the top of the bread. Alright, not to the top of the bucket, just to the top of the bread on both of them. And what's going to end up happening is, yeah, corn is dry. So what it's going to do is it's actually going to soak in that sour milk, some of the yeast and stuff from the bread. It's all going to suck into that corn, and it's actually going to end up sucking in all those fluids. So when you go and pour it out, and you don't really need a tremendous amount of time. Like these buckets right now, I'm literally going to put them out right now. I mean, it's going to take me an hour or so to get where I'm going. So it is going to soak up a little bit. If you let it sit for a day or two, it's great. It works good. If you want to let it sit for a week, 9 days, a week and a half, 10 days, whatever, you can do that. If you want to let it sit for a couple of weeks. I run so many bait sites that I found out over the years that really a day or two is all you need. A few hours works great if you're going to do like molasses corn or the peanut butter. Really, just a couple hours, because again, that corn, once it's sitting in that water, it starts soaking in that flavor, and it just makes that corn super potent. So I'm going to get the hose and we're going to fill that up with water. Alright guys, now remember, don't fill it all the way to the top, give it some growing room so that corn's going to swell. The next step is after you put the tops on it. So you can take your lid and put it on there. You generally just need to give it a few hours. I'm about to put this bait out just here in the next hour or two. I'm going to put this bait out. You can let it sit for a day or two and let it really soak in those flavors into the corn. If you're going to leave it for any amount of time, like a week and a half, 2 weeks, if you're planning a hunting trip and you want to mix this for 2 weeks out, what I suggest is taking these buckets and just simply knock them over, roll them around a little bit, you know, if you want to tip them on the top, mix them up and let them sit. And that way what's going to happen is it's going to mix it all up. If you let it sit for a couple of weeks, everything's going to sit at the bottom and the top is going to dry out. Sometimes it gets moldy. So every couple of days or so, knock it over, shake it around a little bit, put it in the sun. You guys will be ready to rock. So I hope this helped. I hope you guys are successful in the field.
This evening, it's a buddy of mine, teammate, Lee Howard. He's going to be sitting with me in the stand, and we're going to see what we can do. Our goal is to actually not shoot one, but two at the same time. It's something we had never done, and it's no fun when your buddy's the one who gets to shoot, so we're going to see what we can do. Double down on some hogs. First time ever together. Had them come in silent as could be. That was awesome.
Had them squealing, boys. They was out there, weed.
We should have got another one. But we're going to sit tight for a minute. I don't know what
kill
we're going to
another
do.
one.
We're going to sit tight and get off here and quit talking. Y'all keep watching. That was awesome.
704 outdoors, pig down.
Getting it done. Well, part of the reason why there is no track video is with the weather being rain, non-rain, rain, non-rain. We went ahead, went out there and got our hogs. They didn't go far, but we didn't want to lose the blood trail that we did have. That's kind of how it goes sometimes, but we got some really cool pictures and some great memories. All right, we've been pounding these pigs left and right. It's that time of the year. Got a new hunter with me. And what time is it?
It's time to hunt deer.
Yeah,